Knicks, there'd be nothing much to write about, but they've been one of the best stories of the year. They've played hard, they've played together, and they've put together a very solid season to this point.
And now State Farm presents New York's starting five.
Yeah.
Stoudemire and Turioff in the middle. Billups and Fields pairing up in the... Here's Barbosa. He had 16 points in the win against Miami.
Non ti faccio passare tanto, è inutile. Non ti faccio passare
Down
grave.
to 5 on the shot clock. With the clock winding down.
Aia, ha sbagliato il tono.
What a steal for the Knicks a year ago, finding Landry Fields in the second round. He had a fantastic season, made the all-rookie team.
Fallo.
And
Okay.
a really good all-around player, rebounder, defender, and can make a shot as well.
And that one misses.
Dai.
And Landry Fields out of
Poi
Stanford
sbagliato,
his senior
efficiente.
season. Stevie led the Pac-10 in scoring and rebounding. Yeah, Clark, I think eyebrows raised when the Knicks took him. How did teams not calculate the right way? How did they miss on that guy?
You know what I think happened was
fallo,
he
ti prego.
wasn't,
Bravo.
overly athletic, and
Dobbiamo
teams
recuperare.
started to look at what they thought he couldn't do instead of focusing on the things that he could do. Smart, tough, averaged over 20 points a game his last year in the Pac-10, made winning plays at both ends of the floor. I mean, he's at 50% from the field and 40% from three-point land his rookie season. And was an all-rookie team performer,
Yes,
so
he was.
he's made his case where it counts most between the lines.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now.
Dai,
Doris?
deficiente, non mi ti
A
puoi
short
mettere
time ago,
davanti.
Mike D'Antoni and I were able to catch up.
Dai,
He told me that he's
vabbè.
hoping to see the other
Fermo.
guys frequently bring the ball into the lane against them, saying, quote, "We'll be better off when they try to get it in tight because we have our great shot blockers. They're not going to have
Eccolo.
any easy looks in the middle."
Eccolo.
Kevin?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. Clark, what's your take on
Eccolo.
I like the mindset they're coming in right
Segna
now.
il
I think it's the right
contropiede.
mindset. A strong
Ruba la
defensive
palla.
effort from them today. I mean, I think it's essential.
that? Steve?
Well, no question. If they can have success defensively, they're going to create some offensive opportunities for themselves in transition.
Now, here is Barbosa. Tight defense on him. Gets it to go.
Cazzo.
That's where you like to get
buona
shots
difesa sul tiro.
inside
Ok,
and
ok,
close to
ok,
the
ok.
hoop. And Leandro Barbosa,
Ci siamo.
a long-time,
Anche
very
se
productive
dobbiamo
player for
recuperare
the Phoenix Suns, eventually traded to
adesso
Toronto
si
before
risegna.
last season and had a nice year for the
Si
Raptors.
risegna
James
per
Johnson checked in
recuperare.
for Glazer.
Sei
And
punti.
switch here also for New York.
Cinque
Ronnie
punti.
Turioff
Ah,
is checked in
non so,
for
ok.
Derek Brown. And Barbosa, Steve, you know, happy to join the Raptors like you were talking about. And Clark, that was a place where he knew he could get a little bit more playing time.
Again, at the point in his career where he was, that was important to him to have a chance to
Lascia le
showcase that
ferro di
unbelievable
merda.
speed and shooting ability. I think he's the kind of guy that has personal spurt ability. Usually it's a team thing with me, but he's got personal spurt ability. A lot of points in limited time.
Vai, Stoudemire. Vai, vai.
A lot of hands down
Slam.
there on the block. That's a tough position to be
Bang.
in offensively.
And that steal led to that easy transition basket.
You know, Steve, they've got those guys reeling a little bit right now.
1:30 left to play here in the first. He passes to Weems.
Ci sto.
Dishes to
Come
Johnson.
dove me l'ha passato attraverso il corner.
Pass to Johnson.
L'importante è che non segna il mio.
Feeds
Fai
to
un cazzo.
Barbosa. With one on the clock. Good.
Dai,
He hits
guarda
the
i tiri
jump
da tre,
shot.
guarda.
Barbosa's got 7.
It's no secret what a Mike D'Antoni team is going to do against you. I mean, they're going to get it up and down the floor and
Non
try
mi
to
ti
score as
mette
fast as they
davanti,
can
però,
on you. I mean, that's who they are. It's a formula that's going to get you wins, but will it see them
Madonna,
to a
palla, ma
title?
non è colpa mia, mi si mettono davanti i giocatori, dai.
Averaging 9 points per contest. Davis corralled.
Well, that's definitely a good look. I mean, the defense can't be that relaxed. I mean, they got that and expect him to miss consistently from there. He's too good.
Barbosa against Fields. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
Facciamolo qualche canestro.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. Number 5, the Knicks.
Snakes.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been
And the first half is now in the books. We'll be back shortly live.
No, 12.
And now let's break down the first half. Here are the HP halftime report. Toronto leading against New York. Their advantage out in Atlanta. It's the Hawks taking care of business.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. Knicks trail by 10.
Well, the Raptors last season did not fare well against Eastern Conference opponents. And that's something that they have to improve upon with this young roster. You've got to establish yourself at home and games against teams in your conference. That's important.
Dennis Clay's out there with James Johnson. Then there's Evans. Then there's Solomon Alabi. And it's Davis in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here is Douglas. Right now averaging 5 points a game. And for the Raptors, Clark, when you look at the Eastern Conference, the competition for that 8th spot, not exactly devastating.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, they may not contend for the playoffs this season, but a move here, a move there, adding a piece, they could be right back in the playoff picture for maybe that 7th or 8th spot.
Olabi passes through Evans. Clock at 6. From past the arc, and the
Ma
shot
dai,
is
ma
good
pare che
from
lo fanno
Johnson.
apposta. Quelli che c'ho io
Johnson's
segno.
got 5 points so far.
They've been doing some nice work from the three-point line in this second half.
I think their offense has looked really good. Great spacing, good ball movement. They're finding some open looks from out there.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the Knicks last season did not use their bench very often. Kind of typical of a Mike D'Antoni team. He relies heavily on his starters, and that was the case a year ago.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Bargnani is checked in for Olabi. DeRozan comes in for Reggie Evans. And it's Barbosa in for James Johnson. Davis dishes to Glazer. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead to the turnover.
Open look. And it's in off the backboard. He has 6. Steve, back to what you were saying about that New York Knicks bench. A big part of that was they were so short-handed. Remember, Clark, when they got that trade, trying to bring Melo up to speed on what they were doing?
No question. I mean, they got to Melo that trade, but it also left a few players tired because they lost some of their bench depth. Could have been why they saw so many late-season injuries as players were maybe a bit worn out. To think about Chauncey Billups. Interesting discussion.
He's got 6. 1:21 left to play in the third. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It was the Knicks getting swept out of the playoffs 4-0 by the Celtics, but don't think that the series was that lopsided. I mean, those first 2 games in Boston could have gone either way.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Davis. And Sonny Williams checked in for Glazer. Chauncey Billups checked in for the Knicks. He dishes it to DeRozan. He feeds it to Bargnani. Puts it up. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Back to that Knicks-Celtics series, Clark. Boston had to come back in both those first 2 games. And the Knicks certainly made it interesting. They really did.
Yeah.
Steve, I know you enjoyed those and watched them.
Yeah, those were great games, particularly the first 2 in Boston. The Celtics had to really dig deep to win. And then once it was 2-0, it looked like New York just kind of let its guard down, and the Celtics took advantage.
13 feet out. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And I thought the difference, guys, was the bench production. Those guys were terrific.
Well, I call it instant offense, Steve. They might have even been better with the reserves in there. That's how good they were playing. A tight game here, and neither team has been able to gain an upper hand on the backboard.
Well, both teams really getting after it inside. It's been an interesting battle.
Barbosa kicks to
Quando
Bargnani.
mai? Era questo il mio uomo.
Back to
Perché non
Barbosa.
fa così sto
They're
gioco?
working it around.
C'era la freccia.
Launches a 3. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the... It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, for our... 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Stone. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
That was some very sluggish defense. Where's the effort?
And the Raptors call time here. They're losing by 7. 1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. It didn't take long to figure out he was angry, saying to the team, you can't expect to win turning the ball over as often as we are. It's not going to happen, guys, unless you start using your heads out there.
Here's Barbosa. Nice defense from Billups.
Tell you what, credit the defense there.
Passa,
They really contested that layup.
On the court for the Knicks.
Devi passare subito.
Stone in a two-guard.
Sbaglia.
Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire down low. Landry Fields out there with Chauncey Billups. Here's Barbosa. Gets to the rim for two with the deep
Che rimballi di culo.
Barbosa's got 6
Le
points
teste,
in
le
the court.
spalle.
Time ball here. The Knicks decide to talk
Tecnica pezzoli, non lo so.
They're in front by 5.
Rimballi
Left to play
a
here in the
culo.
fourth.
Che si può? Dai che siamo recuperati. No, stiamo a vincere. Voilà, stiamo a vincere.
Here's Billups. The feed to Stoudemire. And Bargnani picks him up defensively. Here's Stone. And Johnson sends it back. Raptors trail by 5. For the finish. Yes!
I think he's one of the most entertaining offensive players in the league, and I just can't help but saying it that way. I mean, he is.
You'll get no argument here, Clark.
Now, you guys are both right. I mean, he gives them such a reliable option at that end of the court.
Less than 1 minute left.
Se me la passi però me la stai abbassando.
Goes up on the wing.
Bella.
That time he found the gap in the defense to turn that one into a very easy jump shot, a warm-up jumper, if you will.
And Bargnani backs in. Now here is Barbosa. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, we can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
È nostro, bene.
Sinks the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. He drained them all to raise the lead.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, the timeout isn't going to save the game, but at least they can talk over a little bit of strategy.
Well, Steve, I mean, one way to look at it is if you got him, you might as well use him.
Stone is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul.
Che stai a dire? Mi ha tolto mezza barra, guarda che schifo.
Billups against Barbosa.
Gli aveva passato la palla, non lo so io, che devo fare?
He's guarded by Billups. Barbosa's shot is off.
Su, tiro. Dai. Non me la passava.
So it's New York picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
Stava per fare una più che buona prestazione, invece no. Vabbè.